Hi, I'm Michael and this is California. Today we got some great news from the SBA regarding the EIDL loan application. And mainly is that it has reopened for some segments of the market. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go over what is the EIDL for those of you who don't remember, as well as what that portal enrollment and application process looks like on the portal. So first of all, if you do like our content, if you find it useful, if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. All right, so let's first go over a real quick recap of what is the EIDL. So for those of you who don't remember, the EIDL loan is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan put out by the Small Business Administration, the SBA. And this loan is really designed to be a quick influx of cash for businesses that get hit by disasters. So things like tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes or anything that could, fires, things that could really disrupt business for small businesses. These loans are not a lot of information is required. They're not really intensive to get, but they're not a lot of extra money usually as well. But it's supposed to be quick and be able to get some money into the hands of small businesses so they can keep their business running and keep everything going for the short period of time until something bigger like a PPP loan can be enacted. So this EIDL loan has reopened just for a small segment of the economy at the moment, which is for agricultural businesses. So if you have an agricultural business and it's under 500 employees, so it's small, then that's who they're going to be accepting the application for now. Now, going through the application, they're not limiting who can apply. So if you don't have an agricultural business and you just have a normal small business and you want to apply, it doesn't seem to be blocking folks from doing that. It's just indicating that the money that is going to be set aside for these loans are for agricultural small businesses. So if you don't have an agricultural small business and you apply, we don't really know what happens to it. Does it mean you go into a waiting line for SBA? Because there is still that huge queue of small businesses that have applied but have not been funded. Does that mean you go at the end of it? Does it mean you're on pause? Does it mean they just light your application on fire? There's not really any way to know. But today, the tutorial that we're going to do and the walk that we're going to do is specifically for the EIDL portal for businesses that are small businesses for agricultural businesses. Now, if you're not an agricultural business and you apply, then you apply. So another update is for our small business. So I personally, for California, we applied for an EIDL loan when it first came out, and we got the money about 2 weeks ago into our bank account. I reached out to the SBA to follow up and see if there's any additional things that we need to do, or if there's any information about the actual loan amount, not just the grant amount that we already received. And they didn't really have a lot of answers. Mainly they were just saying, don't call us, we'll call you. So unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of updates, but for those of you who already applied for your EIDL and you've already got the grants, but you haven't gotten the update, we're in the same boat as you are. So let's take a look at the actual walkthrough for the application and what information is needed and what you need to do to actually get the loan applied for. All right, so let's take a look at the actual EIDL loan application and the process to get all your loans submitted. So first of all, you will need to go to the SBA.gov website, and that is the people who administer the EIDL loan. Now, when you get there, you'll see that at the very top, there's a header and it says relief options and additional resources. Click here, click there. So once you click there, then it'll take you to the main page for the EIDL loan funding options, and it'll be under this one. Now, notice here that it does say the SBA will begin accepting new economic injury disaster loans and EIDL advance applications on a limited basis only to provide relief to U.S. agricultural businesses. Okay, so that's just what they're saying here. Now, if you fall into those categories, you would hit apply now. It kind of doubles back on the same page, and you are able to click here one more time. Now, once you click there, it will take you to the actual loan application portion, and it'll have a control number. It'll also have an expiration date on there as well as a ladder, kind of a rosary chain here of where you are along the progress. So the first section is going to ask just about eligibility. So it asks a variety of questions, mainly is the applicant a business with not more than 500 employees? Is the applicant an agricultural enterprise with not more than 500 employees? Is the applicant is a cooperative with no more than 500 employees? So there's a variety of statuses that are there, and you check the one that best fits your business. Additionally, it's going to ask for things that could preclude you from the loan. So things that applicants are not engaged in any illegal activity as defined by federal guidelines. So just keep in mind, especially in the agricultural arena, there are some things that are legal statewide but are not currently legal federally. So you're going to know better about what state you're in, but just bear in mind that some things that are legal in states are not legal federally. And there's a couple different things that if you check any of those, I think they'd probably either decline you or at least need some extra explaining if you did check yes to any of these boxes. Or if you didn't check yes. So this one says applicant is not engaged in any illegal activities, no principal person is 50% greater, etc. So you want to check the boxes to indicate that you're not involved in any of these things. All right, so the second page is for business information. And the business information is your business information. So in this case, California. The trade name is also California. The EIN or the SSN for sole proprietorship. So if you have a small business and it's a business that has an EIN, you can use that number. This is not a real number, just for all those who are wondering. And the organization type would be a, let's say, sole proprietor. Is the applicant a non-profit organization? No. Is the applicant a franchise? Is it a franchise? No. What are the gross revenues for 12 months prior to the date of disaster, January 31st, 2020? So that is, let's put $100,000. Cost of goods sold for 12 months. Now, since we don't really sell anything, we don't have any goods that are actually sold, any tangible goods or a service, put $0. Rental properties, we don't have, there's no loss or anything like that as a result of disaster for rental properties. We are not a nonprofit or agricultural enterprise. Compensation from other sources received as a result of the disaster, none. Provide a brief description of other compensation sources. None. In our case, the only compensation source we have is from California. So the business address, Los Angeles Street, Los Angeles, California. And that's not necessary. 90210. And the business phone, 848-555-74354. All right, the business email, california@gmail.com. Date of business was established 01/04/2014. 01/04/2014. Business activity, we are insurance. Detail about that, insurance agent or brokerage. And the number of employees we have is 10. So then it takes you to information specifically for the business owner. So is this business entity owned by another business? No, it's just me. So you put your name in there, Michael Californian, and the phone number, 858-455-5445. Title, I am the owner. Ownership percentage, 100%. And email, california@gmail.com. Social security number, which is not my real social security number. And date of birth, let's do 05/23/1980. Are you a citizen? Yes. Residential street, 458 Los Angeles Street, Los Angeles, California. Whoops. 90210. So that's it for the business owner's information. So we get to the last one. So in the past year, has your business or listed owner been convicted of a felony? No. So this is going to be another list of those questions that I don't know if they will necessarily preclude you from getting the loan, but they will definitely ask for more information if you click no to any of these. So is the applicant or listed owner currently suspended or debarred from contracting with the federal government or federal grants? No. This one also, are you presently subject to an indictment, criminal information arraignment, or other means by which formal criminal charges may be brought in jurisdiction? No. Has anyone assisted you? So if you're doing it on your own, you don't need to put anything there. This one is really important. So it says, I would like to be considered for the advance of up to $10,000. You want to click yes on that if you want that $10,000 advance, which can be given as a grant, up to $10,000. So it's not guaranteed $10,000, but it's up to $10,000. So if you don't click it, then you won't get it. But if you do click it, then you'll be able to get it. And they're going to ask you where to put your funds. So first, you put the bank name. Second, you put the account number. Now, keep in mind, this is a little tricky. I know when I did it, I had this problem. The account number comes first, and the routing number comes second. So I'm going to say that again. The account number comes first, and the routing number comes second. So a lot of times when you're filling out this, the ACH information or bank account information, it's going to be routing number first and account number afterwards. In this case, it's account number and then routing number. These are fake routing numbers and account numbers. Just one more time, account number and then routing number. Because if you put it backwards, it's going to be a mess. There's some attestations you have to read through, and if you agree to it, you can click. I'll leave it there. If you want to pause it, you can read it that way. And then you can hit next. So on this last page, you're really going to look at what are the totality of your applications. I'm going to make sure all the information is correct as you know it to be. And then once you're done looking at all that, you can click that you are not a robot and you can submit. So I'm not going to submit because I've already put in an EIDL loan, and in fact, I'm already most of the way through the process. But once you hit that submit button, then you're going to get a confirmation to the email that you put on there indicating that your application was submitted, as well as a control number for that application. And then basically all you got to do is wait. You'll get contacted by the SBA if there's additional information that's necessary. But in my case, although it was early on, we didn't get any contact, and even up to this point, we've not been contacted except for the time I tried to call them. So that is the application. It's fairly straightforward. It doesn't require a lot of information, but I want to make sure that it's available for you all so that when you look at it and you come to it, you already know what's going to be needed to be added on there. Now that we've finished our walkthrough and finished all of our updates, I just want to say that if you found our videos interesting or useful or helpful, please, please, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. Additionally, if you do have additional questions or comments, make sure you put them below. We love to get comments. We'll be happy to make a new video or a post to answer your questions or respond to your comments. Additionally, we here at California know health insurance. That's our specialty. So if you have questions about your health insurance, whether it's private health insurance or Covered California or Medicare or Medi-Cal or health insurance for small businesses, that is what we know, especially for folks who live here in California. Additionally, all of our services for folks who live in California are 100% free. So there's no cost for anything that we do for Californians. Also, if you do have specific questions about your health insurance, because it can be frustrating, it can be confusing if you're losing your health insurance through your work and you need to get on to private health insurance, or maybe you're trying to get health insurance for your small business, or maybe you're turning 65 and getting health insurance through Medicare, or will be getting health insurance through Medicare. That is our specialty, and that is exactly what we know. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. If you have any questions, comments, we'll be happy to help you out through that whole process. So other than that, I'm Michael, and this is California, wishing you a happy, healthy day.